Teleport.
Let me make it even more robust. Anyone who's ever worked in any sort of a place where you deal with people knows exactly what we're talking about. Even if you have like a desk job,
it's that
your manager is gonna suck, or you're gonna deal with a customer that stinks. Like I talked to our friend Patrick, who does all of our graphics work, and like sometimes he has clients that are like apparently we're like the easiest client because I'm like, hey Pat, can you do this and can you get it to me within a couple weeks? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, just put this info on it, but make it however you want. But sometimes they're like, can you put it's like the old joke where like someone's a bagger at a grocery store and it's like, put everything in one bag but don't make it heavy, like that kind of thing, where it's like, can you put all this information on it but don't make it like cluttered? And it's like, I can't do that. Yeah. It's like, okay, can you make it all green, neon green and pink, but don't make it too eye-popping? And it's like, what? You know? So, like, anyone who's ever had a job like that knows exactly what we're talking about. It's 0.1% of people, but literally, my life would be so much better if I could just take literally 1 out of every 1,000 people that come in, and I could be like, you will not come in again. Not even like, it's fine, they can live their life. I'm sure they're great people, whatever, who cares? But it's like, you will go to another store and just not come in here. It'd be amazing. I wouldn't even use it for nefarious reasons. I would just be like, you will either accept the money I'm giving you or just walk away and not be annoying. Okay. It's like, yes, perfect, wonderful.
Man, that's Stormtrooper's life.
I feel like for anyone that's married, I feel like it would like not work. You would like go to your wife and be like, I am winning this argument, and it like just literally would deflect off them. Like, what? No! And be like, no! I mean, everyone who's married knows, like, there's no winning and losing arguments. It's just literally you give up before they do, and that's absolutely what I do. I'm like, yep,
whatever.
Like, literally, I'm like, oh, yeah. Like,
I wouldn't even put up any sort of fight.
You get to a point. Okay. You get to a point where it's just like it doesn't matter what it is. Even if I know I'm the rightest, I'm like just more right than anyone's been in the world. It's like, you know what, you're right. And it's just like, we're good. Like the end. George like literally doesn't do that, and I'm like, how do you live, George? Like, how do you just like? Because he's like, no, I'm putting my foot down, and I'm like. Why? I'm like, why would you do this to yourself, George? Like, why are you doing this? Just be like, you know what, you're right, and that's fine. Then go play a game or something like that. Like, what are you causing so much extra work for yourself? What's the point? Oh man. So this lady's just gonna talk to you?
Yeah, you probably weren't paying attention, but she was the Padawan to the lady that's in our ship helping us. So she's in the dark side, and the lady was hiding it from us, which is annoying.
Well, I love the ones that don't have any armor. It's just like, why are you even here?
It's just like real stormtroopers.
Yep. Hey, don't forget, each one of these stormtroopers has a backstory that was in the extended universe.
Actually, I think this is the era where they're all clone troopers, so they literally do not have backstories.
Oh, yay!
I hate clone troopers, dude. That's why the prequels, one aspect of them sucks.
Yeah.
The clone troopers were a mistake.
The Clone Wars is so stupid if you think about it, because like you're watching this epic fight scene, and then you're like, wait a minute, it's just droids versus clones. I mean, I guess
you just don't care.
I guess you could be like, but clones have like feelings and stuff, and it's like, I guess I don't know. Why you gotta fight him? He was just standing there.
Just in case he doesn't mess me up later.
What if you were the bad guy all along? It's like Mario, you know? It's like those Goombas are just walking left to right, you know? That's all they're doing.
That's true.
Like, sometimes there's like enemies that like try to attack you, but you gonna attack those enemies that are just walking, bro? I don't know. Not so sure about that. That's okay because you're dead. Oh my god.
The most dead person.
I mean, at the very least, you didn't, like, just push them off. You know, that would be like, ah! Dies on impact. At least they're, like, literally dead, and then their body falls and whatever. I do that.
Yeah, I do this all day.
I wonder, like, I wish there would be, like, a situation I could, like, try to do a swing like that. Like, just, like...
And not die.
Hey, try, like, just, like, maybe at, like, a gymnastics place where you're just, like, swing across this, like, pit and be like, oh, crap, I would, like, just die.
Had your droid not intervened, I would have killed you with ease.
It's okay, buddy. Just ignore it.
Oh.
Magnets, how do they work?
Man, I gotta listen to that song again. Miracles, baby. The funniest part about Insane Clown Posse is that, like, they are... Because 2020 and 2021 are just as bizarre as it gets. They're literally, like, the most inclusive group of people ever. They're, like... Nice. They're literally, like... We accept everyone for any reason whatsoever, of any whatever. And it's like, what is happening? Like, like, they don't care. They're just literally like, yo, man, as long as you a juggalo, we cool. And it's like, what the hell? Like, it's just so
They probably
crazy.
just need to indoctrinate any juggalo they can.
Literally, I'd consider being a juggalo if you didn't have to put face paint on. Because I like Faygo. It's good soda.
What? Fago's awful. I'd rather just drink water with sugar in it. Than
That's what it
drink Faygo.
is, though.
But it doesn't have that awful flavoring. Oh god.
You're dead forever now. Oh,
Dude,
never mind.
Imagine if that's how it worked. This game would be unplayable.
I guess that is true.
Respawning in itself takes forever. It would just be the worst.
No, that's not how it happened. Oh, that's why Sands of Time is so good. That ability where you can go back a little bit.
Man, remember when Ubisoft, like in the early 2000s, was actually great?
They did
The Splinter Cell trilogy, the Prince of Persia trilogy.
You know, every once in a while I want to go back to the
Rayman
Splinter
was
Cell.
still alive.
I want to go to Splinter Cell, but like those games are so hard. I feel like nowadays I would just
Oh, okay. Well, that worked somehow. You're supposed to slow it down with force powers.
It seemed like that was not as intended.
Yeah,
as
it was
you
like
said.
grabbing on nothing.
I love that effect where they're cut in half and you see like the red hot whatever.
Yeah.
That's
I really wish that they just made this game M-rated and you could do that to humans. It'd be so cool.
Oh yeah, you're right. I guess that's literally the reason. ESRB's like, okay, cutting a giant rat in half, fine. Cutting an arm off a human, don't you dare.
No. You can't do that.
Don't you dare.
Although, one of the games that I can't believe is teen. I don't know about Uncharted 4, but I know 1 through 3 is teen. And, like, you shoot hundreds of guys. It's just because there's no blood.
And then at the same point, Halo's mature. And it's like, hey. I've definitely talked to a couple parents at the store, and they're like, is this game mature? And I'm always like, I wouldn't. If I was rating it, I would not rate Halo mature. Any of the Halos that I know of. I've only played the first, I guess, 3, but none of them deserved it. They are like, that would be my line. You know how there's like always a line that you cross? Like, anything more mature than Halo is mature. You know? Like, anything that has anything more than it would be mature. But Halo would be teen for me. But, whatever. And then there's games like... I feel like there's stuff even worse than GTA nowadays, where they're just like, everything is just so much. Oh, George said that Resident Evil Village comes out on the PS4 as well.
Oh, nice.
So, that'll be cool.
Hey, look, I killed that thing in 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was easy. Also, Big Mike messaged our group chat and said the last half of Final Fantasy VIII Disc 1 and start of Disc 2 gets a big not good from me. I believe the end of Disc 1 is where
Squall gets impaled.
And Day Long, I think. I like FF8. I don't care what anyone
I like
says.
the very last. I do agree that the start of Disc 2 is pretty rough.
Oh, where you start in the
prison.
The prison,
And
that's
then
tough.
There's random like fantasy creatures for no reason.
You know why?
Because Squall is dead.
Because Squall is dead.
I've taken the artifact.
SquallIsDead.com. That has to be the third or fourth time I've mentioned on this channel over time. SquallIsDead.com. Look it up.
Did you do?
You'll find out.
Sadly, developers have actually commented on a few theories, like Renoa is Ultimecia and Squall is dead, and both of them are definitely false. But it's fun to think about it.
The developers are wrong.
It's sad because
It makes sense.
it makes more sense.
It makes more sense.
than what is in the actual.
Dude, honestly, if I was one of the developers, I would just one of the main developers, I'd just talk to whatever other main developers and be like, let's just say Squall is dead.
Yeah, it's
like,
not
it just makes more
it's
sense.
not like they're gonna ever make any sort of follow up for. Wait, what was I supposed to do? They're not gonna make any sort of follow up to FF8 because people generally don't like that game. I love the game, despite its plot and character problems.
Definitely has flaws. I mean, it's definitely a flawed game. Whereas, like, FF7 is not flawed. FF6 is not very flawed. I would say those are the only two
No. That's definitely what you're supposed to do. I think I was holding out.
Those are probably the only two Final Fantasy games I would consider to be, like, not flawed. 9 is flawed, 10 is flawed, 13's perfect.
Yeah, 9 is so close. I still, if Disc 1 through 3 are good, and then Disc 4 is obviously, like, plot-wise, it gets kind of stupid. But even if, like, Disc 4 didn't flub it up, I would still think it's, like, it's fine. I don't know. I think a lot of people, like, talk about FF9 like it's the best of the PS1 FFs, and I'm just like, are you kidding me?
I
It's
can't
just
even,
like, it's like, whatever.
I can't see that. It's a little more like, I don't know what the word would be, like,
Classic.
classic. I'm more like,
Fundamental.
yeah, I'm thinking more like, I'm gonna pronounce the word wrong, vapid, or vapid. Like, it's, like, good, but it feels like it's, like, a little airy and something's missing. I don't know how to explain that. Like,
I think, yeah, it's just, like, it's traditional, and then it tries to have, like, some of the more modern Final Fantasy, like, plot twists. Like,
it does have, like, the best Cid besides FF7.
yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it, all the Cids are pretty cool. FF8's pretty cool. It's a shame because the two best areas in any FF games are Midgar in 7 and Balam Garden in 8. And 9, to me, doesn't have, like, one of those, like, big, amazing, awesome areas where you're like, oh, this is the most memorable thing ever.
Yeah, that's one problem. Is, like, the world itself is not super memorable.
I can't actually think of most of the places, you know?
There's only, like, specific moments I remember, too, like, when
There's, like, the Black Mage place. That one's pretty cool.
And I remember the time when you're trying to appease the queen and getting, like,
That's
the
like
audience.
5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, but that's a cool part.
And I remember the part where you're, like, at Cid's place, you know, trying to make him not into I forget what those things are called. Oblong or whatever they are. Bam, bam, bam. A weak blow.
Ah, yes, I remember this part.
But you have
My lightsaber.
you have the Force. Just bring
Yeah,
it
but
back
he
to
only
you.
knows how to push. Remember? He can't pull.
Oh my God! Now he learns how to pull. Oh,
Where is the force?
I guess.
Remember when the pull of the Force, like, it's probably, like, if you're a Padawan, that's probably, like, Force use 101. It's, like, meditating and then pulling. That's probably, like, the next step.
Maybe he was playing one of those Sokapon games. You know, those ones where you can only push boxes and not pull them?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's what he was living the last couple of years.
I guess pushing might be easier. I don't know.
Forces within you, around you, connecting you to your weapon.
Seems like he's a little old to be getting force training.
I don't like how he has stupid Anakin's hair.
Yeah. Zoom. So, how's that gonna... Oh. I was like, how's that gonna make him land?
Yeah, it seems like he might have been fine. Like, the lightsaber might have just landed on this rock anyway. It is a cool power, though.
Oh, that's... That physics is awesome.
Yeah, pulling is way better than pushing this game.
Look at this epic area. Man, this game gives me such Uncharted vibes sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I think I said this, like, in the first 5 minutes, but it's like Uncharted meets Dark Souls with Star Wars paint.
Yeah. And that's not a bad thing. I like the Uncharted games. I know they are very,
Not part of your plan?
the same, but I like them.
And now that you can also pull enemies towards you. Oh, yeah, right. I can unlock a bunch of more force powers. I was saving all my skill points for this point.
Yoink.
Alright, I want more health. That's pretty good, too. Health. More health from stim packs.
Seems reasonable.
And, I forget if increased force pull is 1 or 2. Nice. That's one. That's really all I wanted. Gotta get through this.
Nope.
Look at this.
Pretty dope. Oh my god. I think...
Boosh!
Oh god.
That's so evil, but pulling in this game is awesome.
I gotta be honest, I think that having one of those units thrown at you and then exploding by that is a worse Stormtrooper death than just getting hit by a freaking lightsaber.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree.
Because it's just like, what?
Oh yeah, they're like... Oh yeah. My God account got a trophy.
John, what's the deal with Sony changing it where, like, I used to have a level, like, 10.
Yeah,
like,
now it's like level 300 or something.
yeah, I'm like 430 or something like that. I'm like, okay. Like, what's the deal with that? Like, do you get a level every time you get, like, a single trophy? Because, like, I don't play PS4 that much, you know? And if I do, I certainly don't hunt trophies.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but it's like, it's way too generous now. Hey, come here. Oh, I don't have any. You can't just spam it, which is unfortunate.
Hello.
You also can't pull the Death Troopers. I forget what they're called.
Ding. Purge Trooper.
Oh yeah, Purge Trooper. You can't do that though. Dude, when you get pull, I think this game becomes amazing. I was having, like, when I first got pull, I played this game for like 5 hours straight, which for me is like, I just don't do that anymore. And it's like, it's so fun. This game is great.
Whee!
Ugh, that was awkward.
The physics, though. Like, slowly jumps on it. Oh, yeah, I can run full on that. That's fine. It's the Force, yo. Did you hear already?
Yeah. Now we have to like figure out puzzle stuff. And this actually took me a while to figure out the first time. Dude, get out of here.
You hope that hurt? What is your problem?
That hurts.
Do you remember when they made a whole prequel trilogy on one line from A New Hope? I'm just remembering that.
Yeah.
Your father fought along with me in the Clone Wars. And then he was like, oh yeah, remember that line? I just thought about that. And then like the whole point to be like, see, I had this plan the whole time. And you're like, right. Okay.
Yeah. And also, there's another line that he says, basically in that scene, where the Jedi Council were the governing force for 1,000 generations, and then the prequels say 1,000 years. And it's like, there's a huge discrepancy between 1,000 years and 1,000 generations.
Yes, it certainly is.
It's like, George, you really should have watched these movies.
Oh, man. Reminds me of, like, some Game of Thrones stuff. Where he's like, hey, remember I said this thing 30 years ago? Well, it's happening now.
Oh my god, what's going on? How is this guy?
Let's pull out his core.
Yeah, I forget, Hey. Whoosh! That's a pretty cool.
Rip.
Alright, so...
What is this?
What am I doing here? Okay, I'm grabbing this, bringing this over here. Yeah. Okay, so put that in there. And then I have to burn that. Oh yeah, I turn on this magnetic thing. So there's these flame orbs, but of oh, I ran them good.
Not feeling so great. Feeling much better. Thanks.
But there's a lot of times when like if you try to jump over there with the rain going down, these flame balls will immediately disintegrate. And even if you jump with them, because the ground is in water too, so you have to literally push this into the magnetic force. This took me so long to figure out, even though it looks so simple.
Huh.
Come here. Come here. Dang. I forget what you do after this. Oh yeah, I think this just takes you back to the surface. So basically this entire thing was just like, hey, we found the next place to go, I guess. And also, he remembered how to do pools.
Yeah, I understand why they do that, because, like, it's nice progression to get, like, a new ability, but it is kind of silly, like, oh yeah, I remember my training.
My friend, look closely. This is Nitro at the vault Ambagala. You can see an object in their hand. Based on this imagery, I believe this object allows a force wielder to perceive the mysteries of the vault. This is the key and the guide. The Cepho Astrium. But who would destroy images of it and why? Requires more research. However, our next step is clear. Find an Astrium, if any still exist.
An Astrium.
think we go to Kashyyyk
I
again.
understand that. Looks like we know
That'll
what
be
we
a
have
cool
to
next
find.
part. I'll get that started at least.
Kashyyyk.
I would say the worst part about this game is that, like, when you finish a thing on a planet, you have to go all the way back to the ship, and there's a lot of backtracking, and that's personally my least favorite thing about this game. Because everything is so deliberate, you have to do, like, the same platforming challenges over and over.
Very good, Padawan. You've cleared the way.
What are you talking about?
I needed this tomb raised. And now that I have what I need, you're of no use to me.
Can you reverse what she's done? Nah, thanks. Hope this new encryption keeps her out for good.
What does this thing get this time? Oh, is it just breaking the locks? I think that's it. It's called Scomp Link or whatever. No? Oh, yeah, the thing I never use.
Check in with Mantis.
Okay. I mean, I guess that'd be cool.
I'd rather just fling droids at
Yeah,
people.
yeah, that's true. Since you can literally throw them, what's the point?
Something's wrong. We need to get back.
I mean, I like having that ability, but
I think it's some kind of trap.
Okay.
Seems like we've been walking into a lot of them lately. Wait, do you hear that?
no.
Hear what, mister?
I hear the Force. Big area.
Yeah, I always just forget of how to get back.
Metroid Prime.
Okay, I think I'd go over here and then go down the elevator. Hello? That was weird. What? You got me?
Literally quit.
I think this is where I go. Hopefully. Yeah, I think so.
I think this might be
I just want to get back to the ship. That's my only objective right now. So next part I don't have to do this.
Yeah. That's something I'm not a huge fan of. Even in playing Saga Frontier, there are some times where it does automatically bring you back, and sometimes where it doesn't. And I don't know. I'm always a fan of it. Just
Dude, at least Saga Frontier you can
automatically.
just like run past everything.
true.
But yeah, still. There's a lot of backtracking. In fact, one game I've actually been playing the last couple days is Metroid Prime 3, which is the only Prime game I've never finished. And it's because like the game is structured in a way that is so aggravating. You just go back and forth in these little places and do like one thing that unlocks one other thing in an entirely different place, and it's like the pace is tedious.
Ugh.
Alright.
Things.
Oster grunting.
Soldier was wounded, but took out a trooper.
One single trooper.
Dang.
Got an intruder here.
Wow, I deflected a blaster shot by pure chance into his
Yep.
face. That was funny. Alright, so what's the fastest way to get back? Is there an elevator? Nope, of course not. Alright, let's go that way, I guess.
Good lord. In each level, each world has like a percentage explored. My god.
Yeah, I haven't even attempted to find everything. It's just, there's too much. Okay.
I feel like you play this game so much. Which, hey, that's a good thing, but...
Yeah. It's like whenever you get to a new world, it's always fun just exploring things for the first time. but especially when you start backtracking older worlds to find like a new place. Like we're going back to Kashyyyk again, and there's just a lot of back and forth. So and, like when you get to the new area, it's fun, but then you have to go back to your ship, and you're just like, oh god.
So now that you can like pull objects, there's gonna be a new area. You
Oh
can go
yeah,
to.
right. I forgot about this. Holy crap. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Hey, who's this guy?
Hi. I'd be like, hello. Australian?
Hey, BD.
Oh, okay, so it's scripted. That's funny. What is he doing? Okay. So, yeah, you are supposed to lose that fight. Because the first time that I got here, I had no idea what I was doing. I lost, and I was like, oh, is this like an entire optional area? But literally, he just used a cheap power that immobilized me. Reawaken.
So this is something that's... Oh, okay, that's cool.
It is supposed to happen. I completely forgot about this because whatever that guy is, the Boba Fett Jr. What was that?
That was weird. Somebody go back and...
This game is so janky.
That was weird. I wonder... That was kind of spooky, honestly. The classic in first person for a second while a character wakes up.
Oh, God.
Classic. It's me every morning.
Where are we?
BD?
What?
Where are you, buddy?
Hello, buddy?
Yes, I also stayed up right away after having like a huge like head injury.
My lightsaber.
BD?
Alright, so that's where we're ending today. We're stuck in prison.
And we're not gonna get out.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe. Yeah, that's just the rest of the game. You're just in there. So thank you for watching. Have a good day. Do not subscribe no matter what you do, and we appreciate it, and thank you, and goodbye, and see you next time. Have a good day.